Oh, Musa, you beautiful man. This is what we needed. Someone mentioned this guy's name in the comments, I think, a couple of videos ago. He could be massive. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with Midtjylland. If you're enjoying the series so far, do drop a like on the video. I'm not going to set a like target for the video, just if you like what I'm doing and you just like the channel, then just drop a like on the video. It does actually mean quite a lot to me. Anyway, you might be wondering why we're on this screen. Now, the reason for that is because I realised that I couldn't show any other screens without giving away stuff that's happened in the games we've played this month. So I'm just going to let you guys jump straight into those. Enjoy those, and I'll join you guys in a sec for a live comm against somebody. Sparv again. Poulsen. Olsen. Space out wide for Novak. Can he find a cross? He does. And it's headed into his own net, I think, by Lund. Midtjylland 1. Yeah. OB 0. Brilliant, I guess. We'll take it. 1-0. Olsen's ball in. Sparv is in there. My goodness. Well, that was a very strange goal, but it is 2-0 now. Tim Sparv with his first goal of the season, and his first ever goal for us too, which is really good. 2-0. Well, there we go. 2-0. Good win in the end. Maybe too many shots away from range, but still a good result, and we keep on going. Look for the cross. Cuts inside himself. He's into the box here. Can he find a cross now? He needs to. He does. Back post, and it's 1-0 inside a minute. We have the lead here in Romania, cancelling out their away goal. This could be huge. I'm really not sure about the tactic, but we've got the lead. Olsen's on the run here. Keeper's come out for some reason. Can he find an overlap pass? He does. Kadlec is in. Kadlec makes it 2. This is insane. I'll tell you what, I'm quite liking this tactic now. It's incredible. Kadlec with the goal this time. We're 2-0 up here in Romania. Men through the middle. One of them is Kadlec. He's been pushed out wide a bit, though. There's plenty of support in the middle. Can he find a cross? He's been fouled. It's a penalty. Wow. I cannot believe how good we've been on the break in this game. We're not even playing on counter-attack, but the team is essentially playing on counter-attack. Martin Pusic to step up and scores the penalty. We're 3-0 up in Romania. Insane stuff. Cleared away. Marika. He's probably going to shoot from there, you'd feel. No, cuts back inside. Oh, good finish from Marika. Stoya back in the game a little bit. We've just got to avoid conceding 3 goals in the next half an hour. Takes a pause. Kadlec is across, and it's in the back of the net. I think that's an own goal, you know. It is. It's a Kaja own goal. Ironically, the man that scored the goal against us in the 90th minute comes back to haunt his own team there. Well, there we go. 4-1. Very harsh on Stoya. They don't deserve to lose 4-1. But we did what we did in the first leg, but this time we actually took our chances, and I think there might be something to this. In. Kadlec is through, and it is 1-0 to Midtjylland here at AAB. This is a good start, actually. They were the favourites for this game, apparently, but we lead the match so far. Oh, dear. Oh, very much. That is a terrible piece of defending. There was about 3 of them there that could have cleared the ball, but there we go. Frederick Borsting with his first goal of the season, I think, and that is 1-1. Ball in. Oh, you're kidding me. It's gone straight in. That's incredible. One of those cross-shot goals has gone straight over the top of the goalkeeper. It's 2-1 now. It's been flipped on us. The top for Kadlec, who's got the ball down. Can he find a shot, though? Goes round 1. Round his man. Great strike, and it is 2-2 here. Václav Kadlec has done a bloody good job there, and he looks like he could really be a good player for us this season. Could find a little run here for Kadlec. Kadlec takes the touch, strikes it, and it's 3-2 in the first half. We're playing some lovely football, and Kadlec has got himself another one. I think that's 2 to him today, and we're going up to second at the moment, which would be fantastic. Back to the edge for Singh. Oh, what a hit that is from Harmeet Singh. If in doubt, blame it on Harmy, and, well, he scored us a goal. Fantastic goal. Well, there we go. 4-2 away win. Real resilience shown. I think we played really, really well there. Still a bit too many long shots, but still, fantastic performance. That run. He finds the run from Kadlec. Kadlec is through, and he scored again. Midtjylland 1, Copenhagen 0, and it is Václav Kadlec with the goal, and this would be a huge one because these are one of our big rivals in the league. Back inside for Pusic. Can he find an overlap? That overlap is Duland, and it is 2-0 now. That is a huge moment for Mikael Duland, and my goodness, this tactic is actually starting to look quite solid. 2-0. There we go. 2-0 against Copenhagen. That is a brilliant result. I think this tactic seems to make teams shoot from range way too much, and that is very, very good for me. Right then, guys, it is Champions League playoff draw time. This is a huge moment for us. I physically can't believe we got past Stoya, to be honest, and quite comfortably in the end in terms of the scoreline, but certainly not on paper. But now we've got Salzburg, Pilsen, Celtic, Apoel, and Bati Borisov. I just don't know if we were able to get past any of those, but at least we've got ourselves into the Europa League, so there is definitely that. But let's see who we're going to get. I mean, Bati would probably be the one I'd be most happy with, simply because they're the lowest rated of the two. Celtic will play against Partizan Belgrade. That's a cool tie. Right. Victoria Pilsen. We beat them in pre-season. Maribor. God damn it. Right. This could be tough now. Dinamo Zagreb will play against Apoel. Oh, please not Red Bull Salzburg. That'd be tough. Midtjylland will play against Red Bull bloody Salzburg. Guys, I think our time in the Champions League this year might be about to come to an end. However, you know, we've got a chance to tackle the Europa League and earn some extra moolah from that, and that will hopefully do the trick for us. Right then, guys, we are back, and you've seen the draw, you've seen what happened. I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I was genuinely in shock when we managed to get the result that was as good as that. I thought we might have a chance at nicking like a 1-1 draw or maybe taking it to penalties or something, but no. It was just a really solid performance. I'm starting to like the way that the tactic is starting to develop now. The other thing that I'm really liking is our league form. We really do seem to have picked it up again. You know, 4 wins, 1 defeat from our first 5 games, including a win over Copenhagen, which is a really good result for me, I think. And Václav Kadlec has done a fantastic job, a hat-trick. It was actually a hat-trick. I know I said it was 2 goals in the video, but it was a hat-trick, which was truly a phenomenal performance for him. And 3 assists already for Christopher Olsen. Things are looking very good, folks. This sort of plays itself out quite nicely in this. Looking at the fact, obviously, Kadlec picked up an injury, which is a pain, so he will miss today's game against Salzburg, which is a real pain, but what can you do? 7 goals, 4 assists in 9 matches. That's not bad, to be honest. Goals from elsewhere are looking fairly decent as well, but notice also, Christopher Olsen, 6 assists in 7 starts. Bloody good. I'm really, really pleased with that work as well. Might also notice that we've got a fella called Ramadan Sobhy. Now, someone actually mentioned him in the comments, and as you will have seen at the start, he came through in a scout report, so I was more than happy to snap him up as quickly as I could. He's cost us £250,000 up front, which will rise up, I think it was, no, 350 up front technically, rising up to 750,000. So yeah, it's quite an outlay for us, but I feel like he's a solid player. He can play all across the front line there, obviously not as a striker, but also here, which is quite useful. So I feel like we'll get a lot of use out of this guy, and he's looked pretty solid in his first couple of games for us, so I felt like he was a worthwhile choice. Other good news is that Tim Sparv is in the process of signing a new contract. He's a fair bit of money, but I think we just needed to keep a player like Sparv. So this is the kind of tactic that we've been going with this month. Again, basing this on some suggestions from you guys. Now, I really did appreciate some of the tactics, tips, and just little suggestions. I really love that stuff. I love talking tactics with you guys in the comments. But one of the suggestions was quite nice because it actually came before I'd played this sort of tactic in the last episode, so it kind of fitted in very nicely. So I switched a few things around based on some of the suggestions. The actual shape is the same and the positions are the same. But what we have changed is to drop a little bit deeper, push the tempo a little bit more, and close down a little bit more. Be a bit more disciplined and sticking to positions. Now, one thing I might change about that is we might change the team shape to more structured. I'm not sure. Now, I thought about playing it on counter like the guy suggested, so apologies. But I decided to stick on standard, and I feel like that was a good decision because we played the standard idea against Stoya in the first leg, did okay. Second leg, played it again, and we were really, really good. Now, I'm actually going to swap Singh and Sparv over because Singh has those long shots, as you've seen, and I want to make sure that he's in a position to do so, and Sparv is just a very good defensive mid player, and I might be tempted to get him into a ball-winning role, although I'm not sure. I think he's actually a better defensive mid, apparently, so we might just leave it at that. You might have also noticed that I've got the same tactic listed in all 3 tactic slots. Someone suggested to try that out, and apparently it helps boost the fluidity of the tactic. I don't know whether that works or not, but they suggested it, so I'm going to give it a crack, because anything right now is better than nothing, so. A little word of warning, however. Basically, I know some people pointed this out in the last couple of videos that I looked a little bit ill, basically. And the truth is, obviously, you know I am. But the last sort of week or so, I've got really kind of just really not well at all. And unfortunately, it's one of those things that if I need to take a break again, I might just have to force myself. I've sort of pushed it to the point where I don't really want to because I like making the videos, but at the same time I do have to focus on other things. So if I do have to take a break, then just try to understand that there is a reason for that. Unfortunately, I don't really want to have to do that, but things have not been good for me very much lately, and that's a shame. But you know, this is one of those things you have to deal with in life. Life sometimes gets in the way of Football Manager. Anyway, let's get into the game. That's why we're all here. As for what I'm expecting from this, I really, really don't know, to be honest. I'd like to think that we've got it in us to maybe win the home leg, but I genuinely don't think we've got it. I think that we've got ourselves into the Europa League, and that's kind of the real, whoa, what a chance. That would have been a really good opportunity. Oh, he's going through again. Tell you what, opening 2 minutes, Sobhy's had... Sobhy. Right, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Is it Sobhy or Sobhy? Or Sobhy? I don't know. We're going to call him Sobhy the house elf for now. Oh, that was a good start. We've really done well there. Hello. Free kicks we look quite dangerous from as well. Pusic, cleared away. Roma should get there. Apparently we're struggling to hold onto the ball, but at this point, I'm not really that bothered about that. Royer, can he slip it through? No, he can't, but he's still got the ball here. He's into the box. Can he find a cross? He's going to shoot. He's scored! It's Midtjylland 1, Red Bull Salzburg 0. And I tell you what, maybe this tactic could be the one that we start to build on. It's looked good in the league, but this is a much tougher game. Oh, what a start. Wow, I can't believe how great Royer does here. He actually skins his man. The guy eventually just ends up losing him, and he's just pinned this one in the top corner. And brilliant stuff. 1-0 to Midtjylland, and we've got ourselves a goal against Red Bull Salzburg. I didn't think we'd score at all over 2 legs against this lot, to be honest. I thought they'd be better than they have been, actually, but that might just be because it was an early goal. We've got a very little possession here, and I'm worried about that. So I might try and switch to a more counter-attacking approach. In fact, after this highlight, perhaps. unless they score from it, in which case we might have a slightly... Oh, hello, Royer now. There's a lot of space over on that left. He couldn't find the right-hand side. Not the left, the right. There's a bit of space in the middle. Novak getting forward. Fullbacks look like they're going to be important today. Whips it in. Sobhy at the back post. Drops it down for Olsen. Takes a touch. Out wide for Royer again. He's been fouled. It is a penalty. This is insane. Craig Pawson, of all people, refereeing this game. We've got a chance to go 2-0 up in the first leg. Oh, have we finally found a tactic that it isn't completely woeful? I really hope so. I hope to God. Can we do it? We got a penalty, I think. Yeah, we did in the second leg. Martin Pusic steps up, and it's a goal, and it is 2-0 here. This is mental stuff. Martin Pusic's third goal of the season. I don't know why our kits aren't showing up there. Is it because it's our third kit or something? That doesn't make any sense to me. It's 2-0. I don't even know how, but it is 2-0. We've been very, very good so far, despite not having a lot of the ball, and I think a counter-attacking approach could work really, really nicely here, because we're not going to get much of the ball for the rest of this game, which we can kind of accept, but that standard approach gives us the opportunity to switch things up when we need to. Now, obviously, conceding a goal could be a problem, but the fact that we've got ourselves 2 of them already does help. I'd like to keep a clean sheet, but I'm not so sure we're going to be able to be honest. Although they've really not done a lot so far. They've kept the ball and done very little with it. This is surprising. It really, really is. No, we're going to address something. We're going to address how well you guys have just played. Sorry, apologies. There's all kinds of noises going on around. There's someone cutting their lawns, I think. Just looking at what they're doing, which, let's be honest, is very little. Let's take a little look at their shots. I'm kind of interested in that as well. Mostly from range. They have 1 inside the box here, but again, they're mostly shooting from range. And that's fine by me, believe me. Let's see. We're just looking better. This left-hand side is interesting as well, and that's, interestingly, Novak. I wonder. See, what I would be tempted to do is put us on look for the overlap. Maybe if we work the ball into the box a bit more in this second half, might allow us to drag a little bit of possession back, basically. And some of you might notice that obviously there's been a lot more editing to the videos lately, and basically the reason behind that is because I was looking at my old videos and I was realising that anything I could have said in a 20-21 minute video could have easily been done just as clearly in a 13-14 minute video with just some simple editing. And that's the way I want to try and do it from now on, because there's no point in having stuff in the video that just doesn't need to be there, basically. So, second half, oh god, a third goal would be an absolute godsend. Pusic, can he get the long-range strike away? Please don't lose the ball here, Martin. Has the shot, good save from Stankovic. It's another shot on target, I'm not knocking it. We do get a few long shots with this tactic, but what I would say is we've got the ability to take them, thanks to people like Harmeet Singh. Right. Interestingly, our wingers have not done that well today, and I'm wondering if perhaps what we should be doing is going through the middle here. Trying to think, both of our goals... One was a penalty and one was a solo run, so there's not really much we can go on from that. Right, substitutions are afoot. Pusic has got an assist, and Sobhy... I'm not going to get on Mobile, because he just doesn't seem to... He's not fully fit. Yeah, although maybe a little run-out wouldn't be such a bad idea to get him back into the game. It might be worthwhile doing this now, to be honest. That way we can use him for the second leg, hopefully. Oh, of course, Pusic isn't on the wing today. I'm so used to playing Pusic out wide. Okay, we're going to get Onuachu on for him. Because although he's got a goal, he hasn't really done a lot else. And I wonder if maybe having a target man, hello, Schwegler, ball in, Sparv clears it. Right, we've got to be careful here, Royer. One thing I might also change is switch our crossing style up from low to floated, because we've got obviously a target man, and I want to make sure that we get crosses in on his head rather than on his feet, because after all, he's quality in the air. Let's see what we do here. I don't think this highlight is done just yet. Into the channel, Pusic has got the pace, but doesn't quite have the ability to quite get there against Kaletakar, which is a fantastic name. Stankovic. Paolo Moreno, a 2-0 win here is about as perfect as I can possibly imagine. I feel like a 2-0 win in the home leg would actually be quite difficult for Red Bull Salzburg to overcome in the second leg. Sparv, Singh, both of them have been superb in the midfield so far. Olsen out for Singh. There's a little bit of space in the channel. Sobhy's through here. He's made it 3! This is crazy! We're actually playing astonishingly well, and I think we might actually have a shot at getting there. Someone said you should rest some players for the Superliga games, and I kind of was tempted, but I just kind of thought that we don't want to get sacked from, because we have to win that this year. That's the board's expectation. Great finish from Sobhy. That's a lovely little finish from him. I'm glad we brought him in. He looks like he could be a real hero for us, particularly while Sisto's out. But when Sisto does come back, we've got an extra player in those positions. We're 3-0 up now. 5 of their 6 shots have been long ranges as well. It's mental. How much of the ball they're actually getting is pretty damn astonishing in a game where they've done literally nothing, which I guess shows, like Leicester in the Premier League this season, that possession is not everything. It really isn't. As we're now, but I'm going to say that, of course, until such time as we've got loads of possession and we win a game comfortably, because I'm a massive hypocrite. Okay, so let's just get... What do we want to do? I'm going to get Budorov on here for Kian Hansen, just because of the fitness levels at this point. We're 3-0 up, so we're going to win the game on the night, but I want to make sure that we get the 3-0 win. And I'm not sure whether we should go defensive. I don't think it's wise. I feel like I want to make sure that we've still got that attacking poise. And I'll tell you what, I think we're actually going to do it, guys. I think we're going to win this 3-0. We win this 3-0, I think it'll be very, very hard to overthrow us in the second leg, and I think we might actually be able to get to the group stages. on a watch. I don't know what the prize fund is for. Yes! I don't know what the prize fund is for doing that, but I'm actually quite glad I livecom this one. I was tempted to livecom the second leg, and the reason I didn't is because if I did that, I'd have to show the first leg in the highlights package, and it would give away loads of stuff about who we drawn, Champions League draws, and I just didn't think it was worth doing. Plus, we had a few extra games in between. Christopher Olsen again with a lovely assist, an 8.5 on the night. Daniel Royer, superb stuff. That actually makes me very, very happy to see that. A 3-0 win. I can't really ask for more than that. I really, really can't. So who else went through? Let's take a little gander at that in a second. So for the next game, in the next episode, it will probably be, I feel like it will probably be the Champions League group stage, and obviously you'll get a draw for that. I feel like we can kind of assume that we're probably going to get ourselves through here. I don't see us losing 4-0, 3-0, or 5-1 or something in that game. It could happen, but I feel like we've probably got enough in the tank to do that. I don't think we've conceded, the most goals we've conceded this year is 3, and that would technically still knock us out in a way if we would, yeah. But I think we would probably be doing ourselves some Champions League group stage stuff, which could be just absolutely godly for us because we need that extra money. And obviously it will come after the transfer window shut, but I don't really care because it means that we can start looking at players for next season, and that's where the real fun starts. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, then do drop a like on the video because I'm really starting to enjoy this now. We found ourselves a tactic that seems to have a bit of legs to it, and with that it means we might be able to get ourselves some pretty decent success this year. I'm hoping to get things along the way very, very nicely. So I really do appreciate you guys watching the videos. You honestly cannot understand how appreciative I am that you guys tune in to watch this stuff. It's really strange that you watch me do this, but hey, I really, really love it. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.